Welcome back into Great Day, Washington. Today is National 811 Day, which promotes safe digging practices before you start that next home project. And here to explain why we should call 811 before we dig are Brown and Rosemary Covell from Washington Gas. Welcome back, I should say. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Of course. I know this is a really important day because, really safety is on the line. But walk us through 811 Day and what it really means.
Sure. 811 is a celebration of the national phone number that you call before you dig. Simply dial 811 and it'll take you to your jurisdiction's call center that will then notify the utilities that somebody's getting ready to dig. They'll call somebody out. The locators will come out and they'll put markings on the ground like you see here, and those marks tell you where the utilities are so you can begin digging safely. You want to stay away from all those utilities.
Yeah. Rosemary, why is it just so important to contact 811? A lot of people have these little projects around the house and they just think, well, I'll just do it, it's no big deal. But you're saying, no, it's important to call first.
It's incredibly important to contact 811 prior to digging because, believe it or not, we have gas lines below us in the DMV, water lines, electric lines, cable lines. So it's essentially like a spaghetti bowl of utility lines that we want to make sure they are identified prior to digging. Even shallow digging, if you're putting in a tulip bulb or you have a heavy excavating equipment, can ding a gas line or any utility line. So we're really keeping safety at the forefront by making that first step to contact 811.
Right. I would think best case scenario, it's an expensive problem. Worst case scenario, someone gets hurt.
Exactly.
Is that right? Yeah. Walk us through exactly what happens, if you would, Scott, when someone calls.
Sure. You call and you have an area of construction that you either determined, and you can put a white line around, either using a physical can of white paint, or you can use a call center information that will walk you through digitally how to put a white lined area where you want to dig. That helps the locators who come out there not put themselves in danger by having to mark in the street when maybe it's not necessary. So that communication between the excavator and the locator is critical to getting the paint in the right place so you can begin your project safely.
Yeah. Rosemary, talk to us about some of the types of projects people should consider. You mentioned, planting a bulb, but what other kind of projects should we be thinking about to call 811?
So our motto is every dig, every time.
Oh.
No matter how simple you think it may be, whether it's putting in a new plant or installing a mailbox post, having a fence being installed, a deck, putting in a pool. As soon as you hit the soil, that is considered excavation. So all those little projects, we want to contact 811 prior to date.
Okay, sounds great. We've got this cake here and it kind of shows the grass on top and then the dirt underneath. But Scott, tell us what could be in that dirt. You brought some things here.
Sure. We've brought two examples of some gas pipe, and the smaller one would be the gas pipe that would normally serve your residence, your house. And that pipe goes from the street generally, which would be the larger pipe. That's a 4-inch diameter pipe, and that's normally what's out in the street, or we call it in the right-of-way out front. And those are the two pieces of pipe that serve your house. And it's very safe unless the gas gets out of those containers. And this plastic pipe can be easily sliced by a shovel or post hole diggers or a pick. So that's why we encourage people to know where they are so you don't hit them. Don't assume you know where anything is.
Right.
Assume that you know where nothing is.
That's a good way to think about it. Talk about those spray painted utility markings. Just walk us through what those are.
Yep, the locators will go out and they'll spray where the facilities are, and they'll use the different color codes for the American Public Works Association that identify what the colors are. In the Washington Gas case, yellow represents gas, blue represents water, green is sewer, orange is communications, both cable TV and telephone, and then power is red.
Ah, okay. Good to know. Thank you so much for being here. This is really, really important information and can really save lives. Yeah. All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, guys, you can call 811 or go online to 811beforeyoudig.com.